Yeah.
As great as it is, with Total, Shell, BP, and I'm not going to single Total out. I think it's fantastic what the big majors are doing in oil and gas to now transition to renewables. Do you still think enough is being done?
That's a good question. So when I came from solar. I'm a solar guy, and I've done solar for big companies like Samsung, but also startups. And I had a real question about the oil and gas sector. Like, how committed are they really to doing renewables? And the truth is that if you want to have impact, solar is less than 1% of every market in Asia, except for maybe China. So we're a tiny portion. In order to become 10%, I think 15% for rooftop is a reasonable scale. We're going to need tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars of investment. Now, where is that money going to come from? That money can come from utilities. Historically, they've never really been they haven't done that. If you look historically over the last 10, 20 years, there have been no utilities that have built big rooftop businesses. None, anywhere. So that's not going to happen. The oil and gas have done that. So Total with SunPower built $2 billion of solar, primarily in the US. So the first step was kind of like, okay, oil and gas sector looks like the right bet. There are probably some other sort of industries that could go in, but it's unlikely. You're probably going to see somebody from the energy sector invest into energy and be more comfortable with that. So is there enough happening? Is the oil and gas, are there oil and gas players? I think you need to differentiate between the different ones. I have the same targets and I have the same hurdle rates as gas or wind or oil, whatever it is. We have the same metrics.
You're not given any advantage or handicap for that matter.
No,
so level playing field.
If there's anything, there's a slight handicap because it's new. And it's a different process, different business. It's lots of smaller projects, not big projects. So there's definitely some cultural change that's happening within Total. So I would say that the sum of the oil and gas players really seem committed. And from the inside of Total, I can say that unequivocally, right? They really want to grow this, and they do it. We invested something like $7 or $8 billion in the last 3 years. It's
quite sizable.
It's huge, right?
Yeah.
Into buying platforms and companies and looking at, because if you think about it, 50 years from now, 30 years from now, the core business is gone. It's going to be very, very much smaller.
The writing's on the wall, clearly.
Yeah.